Hello, this is Calotron Plays and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today guys, I'll be showing you all how to make this super simple, super realistic elevator inside of Minecraft. So if you like the sound of that, please make sure to drop a like on the video, and if you really do enjoy them, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever new content gets posted on my channel. But anyway guys, let's get into how this works and how to build it. So let's start off. Let's say we're at the top and we want to go down. We step in, the doors are open, we hit the button, the doors will close up here, yep, and we get sent down to the bottom nice and smoothly in the elevator. We get to the bottom, the doors open, same thing happens, we can be in here. Let's say we set the elevator off, as you can see that'll go right back up to the top. So let's say you missed the elevator and it's at the top, you're at the bottom. All you need to do to get it back, hit the button, it will call the lift, and the same thing happens when we're at the top. So yeah, let me give you a demonstration. Yep, we're down here, I can hit the button right up here, it'll call the lift, and there we go. It'll come up here, the doors will open, and it'll be ready to use once again. So this is all the circuitry behind here. We have a lot of stuff going on you may not fully understand. Well, in fact, I'm not even sure that I fully understand all of it. So if you want to understand how this works fully, then go check out Mumbo Jumbo's redstone video in the description below. I think he goes through how this all properly works. But yeah, I'll leave the link there so you can go and see that. But anyway, let's get into building this thing. So let's start off with the activation system. We're going to want to go 2 blocks up and then place a redstone lamp with 3 blocks coming out to the side of it, with redstone dust running along all of this. Then we're going to have an observer facing into the redstone lamp. Then at the back of this we're going to want 4 blocks and 4 repeaters, each on 4 ticks. So just like this, 4 ticks on each repeater. Then we're going to want to make a little area of 4 like this. Then add in 1 strip, 1 block here, 1 block here, and then go down 2, and we want to place redstone along all of this, as well as 2, we go down here, we're going to place redstone all along this. The next step we're going to take is the activation system for the top part of the machine. So this is when we want to call the lift. All we want to do is place a block up with a redstone torch on top, another block with redstone torch on top, a final block up, then 5 blocks along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to place a sticky piston facing like this upwards with some slime blocks on its face. We'll sort those out when it comes to the height of the build. The next step we're going to take is the piston doors for actually closing the doors when we're going up or down, basically when the lift isn't at the stop. So all we're going to do is place a block up and across one from these redstone lines here, a comparator facing this direction with a block up, redstone dust on its face, on top of it, then a repeater running into a block with redstone dust on top. Then we're going to have another block up with a redstone torch right here, block up, and 2 sticky pistons right here. Next thing we're going to do is mirror that exactly on the other side. So same thing again, comparator, block up, redstone dust, repeater into another block, redstone on top, another block up with redstone torch, block up here, and 2 pistons. Just like that. Next thing we're going to need for this system is we're going to need 2 chests and 2 stacks of items. So let's clear out the way here. We need to grab some chests from here and 2 stacks of any item. But yeah, we're going to want to place up some blocks here and place the chest 1 block away from the comparator on each side. So there we go on that side. Then up here we're going to want to place our other chest, and in each of these we just want to put a stack of items. and that'll be enough for the doors to be closed whenever the elevator actually stops here. Next thing we should probably do is put in the actual activation. So we're going to place 2 blocks on top here with some buttons. Then we can place in the floor that's going to lead up to our elevators, and probably add in some glass just to make it look all nice and fancy. So here's some white glass, and we can place it in right there, which will look nice and will work really well when we have everything else in place. The next thing we're going to do is set up the input for when we want to call the lift from the bottom to the top. So all we're going to do is place a block out here with some diagonal blocks going 3 along, like a 3 diagonal here. Then we're going to do another 3 diagonal, 1, 2, 3, and then all along here we're going to want to place redstone dust, apart from the last block where we place our repeater set to 4 ticks. Now is the time where you have to decide how tall you want your elevator to be. So, like, I'll go build the length of this elevator, and then we can continue from the top. So the next step, when you've decided how tall you want your elevator to be, I've personally made mine 10 blocks, just because it's a nice even number. But yeah, once you've got that amount in your head, once you've built it, the next step is underneath the buttons here at the top. We're going to go down, place some blocks with redstone dust on top of each of these. Next we're going to want to have 4 blocks running out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to have here a repeater set to 4 ticks, followed by 3 redstone dust. Then we're going to have an observer facing into the redstone dust here, and we're going to have 3 repeaters running out of this on 4 ticks each. So, oops, let's put that back. But yeah, on 4 ticks each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to place a block up here and another block up. Under this one we're going to want to place a redstone torch and another redstone torch here, and right here is where we'll have the down calling system. So we'll do that in 1 second, but first let's finish off this system up here. We just want to place 1 block up here and a second, and this will feed into the circuit that activates the system from the top piston. Next we're going to need to take some slime blocks and some redstone, and we're going to fit in the calling system. So we want to place slime blocks down from the sticky piston all the way until we have a 2 block gap between the redstone and the slime blocks, and place the redstone block, and when this is extended it will activate the bottom circuit. Now the next step is really nice and simple. All we're doing now is creating a circuit that will activate the pistons up here with a slime block flying machine up here, the elevator. So we're going to want to place 3 blocks in a row like this, then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then another 3 like this, followed by another block, and then an immovable object, which I choose obsidian for. Then we're just going to have redstone running along all this length, and then we're going to need 3 more pistons. 1 facing like this, 1 facing like this, and another facing down right here. Now we can do the activation circuit from down there. We want to place 1 redstone block here, followed by slime blocks leading all the way down to your sticky piston. So whenever the button gets hit down there, this will send the signal up and activate the circuit up here. This next step is basically just to activate the doors in the circuit. So all we're going to want to have up here is we're going to be placing our sticky pistons first of all in the door shape. So 2 here with a 1 gap block between it and the actual platform we're on. Then another pair right over here. And how this is going to work, we're going to have a block over here with a hopper right here. Then we're also going to have some immovable blocks right here. We're going to have a redstone torch leading into a repeater, followed by followed by a redstone dust on top of this block and the hopper, and a redstone torch behind here. Now all we need to do is copy this design right over here. So block, hopper, redstone dust on top of both of them, then 2 immovable blocks, redstone torch, repeater, and finally another redstone torch. And so this is the door circuitry for up here done. And now we're basically onto the final step, which is actually getting the flying machine in. So before you do this, I recommend that you put in all of your immovable object blocks. So for your immovable blocks, how we want to place them is we want to go in by 1 and up by 1 for the center 2. Then for the next 2, we're going to go like up and out by 1, if that makes sense. So we're going to have them right about here. So we have a diagonal block up and out, and so we're going to do the same on the other side. We have our block here, and these are the immovable blocks for the top, just like that. Then for our immovable blocks down the bottom, we just want to go down here, and we're going to have some obsidian, obsidian here, or any movable block here, kind of diagonal from the block the comparator is on. We're going to do the same for the other side, and then we're going to have a block right here, 1 up and out from the redstone, and these are our immovable blocks. The next step you're going to want to take is probably to put in your actual capsule you'll be in. So we want to place the door blocks like this, kind of in a ring shape, and then we're also going to have some blocks for the back. Let's just spice things up, add a different colour in there to differentiate. Let's use some snow perhaps. But yeah, this is going to be the block at the back. And now comes the tricky part, the actual flying machine bits. So for that, you're going to need sticky pistons, observers, and slime blocks. So, firstly, you want to take some slime blocks and run them all the way on the outside, just like this, so it kind of clings onto that half of the door. Then we want to do the same for this half of the door, just like that, and 4 slime blocks on the back, so all the blocks have a slime block touching them. Next, we're going to place in all the observers first, so that nothing gets broken straight away. We want 1 facing down here into the redstone, 1 facing that way, out here. Then we're going to place our sticky piston facing downwards with a slime block on its face, and another sticky piston facing upwards here. Then for the other sides, what we're going to want is the sticky pistons facing upwards on these obsidian blocks. Then we're also going to want observers facing downwards into this redstone here. Next, we're going to have observers facing upwards next to the bottom block of the door on each side. Then below them, sticky piston and slime block, and on the other side as well, sticky piston, slime block, and then your elevator is actually now fully functional. The only thing we have left, if you want to consider anything, is when you're doing the walls for this, you are going to want to use terracotta next to this glass here, because otherwise your flying machines simply won't move at all, because the slime blocks will get caught on the walls and it won't be able to move. So if we test this thing out, it should now work. We can go over here, hit the button, and you should see we get taken all the way up to the top in our nice new elevator. Then the doors open, and we can also call it, and we should see that everything works just fine. So yeah, there you go. And this has been, that's as simple as it gets. So guys, if you did enjoy seeing how to make this really simple elevator in Minecraft that actually looks realistic as well with that kind of capsule you're in, then please make sure to smash the like button, and if you really enjoy, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit the notifications so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. But if you did enjoy this one, as I said, leave a like, subscribe, notify. But thanks for watching. This has been Calotron Plays. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.